After studying Annamaya Kosha, when you start studying the Annamaya Kosha, then from the grossest dimension, you will be introduced to the subtler dimension. Then you realize something is coming in and going out, coming in and going out. You see, because of this communication, you are alive. You realize this. It means there is a connection between something unknown with this which appears to be known. Now the question comes, Pranamaya, what is this? What is this which is coming and going? Coming and going, coming and going. What is this? It is not merely doing the breathing exercises. The Westerners have reduced everything to exercise, everything to get some benefit, reduced into a ugly business. Yoga is not a business. Yoga is an unfoldment. So go into the prana. What is this prana which is coming in? Then you realize, when you start studying the prana, you realize there are breaks, there are jerks, there are humpy, bumpy moments. You see everything. And this in turns shape the mind, the vibration, the subtler vibration, subtler to prana is the mind. So this influences the mind. Then the mind gets these signals, settles down and conditions itself, and then that influences the prana, and then that decides the prana. If your mind is a shallow mind, you study, your breathing is a shallow breathing. If your mind is inconsistent, and if your thought flow is cuts and breaks, and pauses, then you notice your breathing precisely reflects that. So if you want to study the mind, the subtle dimension, you have to study the prana. That's why in yoga, it is not the asana, it is the pranayama that has a very vital role. Because this prana is traveling in 72,000 channels. And in the 72,000 channels, your mind is flowing, your logic is flowing, your emotion is flowing. And with that, the divinity is also flowing. Divinity is also expressing through the 72,000. According to Adi Shankaracharya, it is more than 72,000. It is crores in Yoga Taravali. So, how to begin the second, how to get into the second level? Concentrate here, study the breathing. Study the breathing. Find out how you are breathing. You will notice imbalanced breathing. You will notice unrhythmic breathing. You will notice cuts and breaks. You will notice pauses in a very unhealthy way. And you notice the first breathing, if the length is only maybe 3 seconds, in the next breathing it becomes 7, in the third breathing it becomes 4. So there is no discipline. There is no discipline. And this indisciplined movement, vibration, is creating indisciplined graph in the mind. Please look into this. I don't have the time, otherwise I can give you lot of informations about this. Just understand this much. Then what is to be done? Patanjali says, Shvasa prashvasayor gati vichchedaha pranayamaha. Patanjali says you start with gati vichcheda. Gati vichcheda means consciously you break the connectivity between the mind and the prana. And we think gati vichcheda means inhalation and exhalation gati vichcheda. No, not that. Disconnect from the mind. Then how to do that? How to do that? By concentrating on your breath only. Then, what is to be done? What is the training? Here, now you have to educate it. Pranayama means education. How to do that? What is that sutra? Bhakyabhyantara stambha vruttihi desha kala sankhyabihi paridrushto dirgha sukshmaha. This is the technique Patanjali is given. Bahya Abhyantara Stambha Vrittis. There are basically three vrittis. One is the Bahya Vritti, and another one is Antar Vritti, Abhyantara, and the third one is Stambha Vritti. Now you can play with prana working at these three levels. At the Bahya level you can play, at the Abhyantara level you can play, at the Stambha level you can play. Bahya means outside. Abhyantara means inside. Stambha means retention. Here people have used the word Puraka, Rechaka and Kumbhaka. Puraka means from outside to inside Puraka. That which fulfills Puraka. Rechaka, that which goes out, that which we throw out. Rechaka, Virechana and all, you might have heard in Ayurveda. That which goes out. Kumbhaka, this is the Kumbha. Ghata, Ghata means the pot. And when the prana is inside the Ghata, that is called Kumbhaka. Kumbhaka, Kumbh, this is Ghata. This is the pot. So when the prana enters into the Ghata, that is called inhalation, that is called Puraka. When the prana goes out from the Ghata, that is called Rechaka. When you hold the prana inside the Ghata, that is called Antar Kumbhaka. When you hold the prana outside the Ghata, that is called Bahya Kumbhaka. So, Bahya Abhyantara Stambha Vritti. Then what is to be done? Desha Kala Sankhyabihi. This is the technique. This is the Desha. What do we mean by Desha? Now the prana starts here. Prana starts here. Now you decide the Deshas. Okay, from today, next 20 days, I am going to do like this. What is that? From here, I start inhaling. I start feeling the inhalation from here and I go up to Anahata. Simple example I am giving. So this is the Desha. This is the beginning point, Sushumna Kendra. From here I go up to Anahata, Desha. After perfecting this, then I go up to navel center, Desha. I go up to Swadhisthana, Desha. I go up to Mooladhara, Desha. I go up to Ajna, Desha. I go up to Sahasrara, Desha. So this is the Desha, the space. Now find out whether this prana is going into all these deshas or not. because there is no space for prana to travel, heavily loaded with the toxins. That's why the pranic movement is a very shallow movement, very restricted movement. Wherever prana is not feeling its pulse, that is pain. Wherever prana is erratically working, that is called inflammation. And where the prana works in a very uncontrolled rhythm, that is the cancer. That is the cancer. So now find out, if I have a pain here in the legs, now the pranic movement has restricted because I have been sitting. So the pain develops. So what is the pain? Communication gap is the pain. So what is inflammation? Too much instruction is inflammation. Confused, erratic. Inflammation. What is cancer? Gone case. Beyond. So that's why yoga says even cancer can be cured if you work like that. Our Gurudev has done experiments. He has created cancer lump here, and then doctors examined, oh, it's a cancerous lump. Then within 2 seconds, just by turning like this, now we were all in front of him. The team of doctors examined him. Then this lump was shifted to this place. And he asked the doctor, touch the lump. The lump is not here. Touch here, there is lump. Okay, really? Good. Then again he did this. Then you see, no, it's not here. Touch here, it's here. And he was playing. If with your will, you can heighten the activity and create that lump. And with your will, you can thin away and you can dilute that lump to zero. It is in the mind. We are not exercising our mind because mind is full of nonsense. And we are worried about that nonsense only all through. So the Pranamaya Kosha, how to develop it? First, Desha. Fix the Desha. Next 10 days I am going to do only this much. The first you fix the Desha as a point, Bindhu. Then from Bindhu to a line, Rekha. Then from the Rekha it becomes Akriti, triangle shape, square shape, circle shape, all those things. So start with Bindhu, then move on to the Rekha. What is that Rekha? From here to here is a Rekha. I inhale, I exhale. I inhale, I exhale. If you start doing this kind of pranayama, then you can design n number of pranayamas. You need not depend upon only some standards like Kapalabhati, Bhastrika and getting confused. You can create varieties. Those who have been attending my classes, you people might have experienced this. I have given varieties of the pranayamas for you to practice. So, Desha, then Kala. The second condition you have to put Kala. What is the Kala? Kala means the time. What do you mean by time? Your inhalation, exhalation time. So you fix, I am going to inhale for 5 seconds and I am going to exhale for 5 seconds. See to it, you reach perfection. You reach perfection. 5 seconds comfortably I am going to inhale. 5 seconds I am going to exhale. After 5 seconds you can increase it. Okay, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 15 seconds. Then you can play with it. 5 seconds inhalation, 10 seconds exhalation. You can play. When you start doing this kind of combination, please understand in the process you are breaking the set chitta vrittis of your mind. Tataha kshiyate prakasha avaranam. So your set conditioned patterns of the mind has created limitations and has created comfort in the limitation. So in this way you are breaking the walls and expanding and creating a new dynamics altogether. That's why one who does pranayama is always alive, active, dynamic, but not restless. Not restless. So desha, kala. Then what is the third one? Sankhya. Sankhya you decide. I am going to practice 10 rounds. Then practice 10 rounds. Next 20 days, 5 seconds. From here to here. From here to here, desha. 10 seconds or 5 seconds, kala. 10 rounds or 20 rounds, sankhya. Sankhya bihi. But problem with all of us is, we start after first, we got into samadhi. We don't feel like doing all these things, Guruji. They are all disturbed. We want to be in that.
There is a simple technique to go directly.
There is no simple technique. If the simple technique is, the tree is there. Now the simple technique, if we have the guts, you cut the root, separate the root. But we don't have the takat to cut the root. So what is to be done? Start from the leaves, trim the leaves first. Then the twigs and the branches, and then come to the main stem. Then you can cut it. Jnana Marga is the first one. They don't touch the entire tree. They don't touch the leaf or the branch or anything. They go down. They separate the soil from all the roots and separate the water from the roots, and they sit like this. No feeding. They sit and they watch how everything. Please say this. They are the Jnana Yogis. We don't have that takat. So we have to stop. Desha Kala Sankhyabihi Paridrushto. See the beauty of this sutra. Paridrushto, keeping this in the mind. When you start practicing like this, Dirgha Sukshma, two things happen. Your prana becomes Dirgha, your awareness becomes Sukshma. What a wonderful scientific technique. Unfortunately, no yoga teacher, no yoga philosopher, they are giving this knowledge to the people. What Patanjali has not described, only that they are giving. And call that as yoga. Dirgha Sukshma. So when you start practicing this, I take you further. This is the Pranamaya Kosha activity. When you do this, then what happens? Slowly, Tataha kshiyate prakasha avaranam. Then the walls, the layers that are blocking prakasha, slowly thin away. You see small pores there, holes there, and you can see the light, and you feel, oh, there is something there, there is something there, there is something there. Now it is like the mirror inside the wall. When you start doing the pranayama, you start saying, hey, there is something shining inside it, so there is something. That is the pranayama. That's why Yoga Shastra says Dirghakala Nairantarya Satkara Asevito Dhrida Bhumi. Then what happens? Then Dharana Sucha Yogyata Manasaha. Then your mind is ready, prepared for dharana. Till that point, don't touch your mind. Let the mind behave the way it behaves. Let the mind work the way it works. Don't touch the mind. Then what is to be done? Touch prana. Touch prana. It is like two people are there. These two are very close to each other. And with one person, some work has to be done. But you cannot approach that person directly. And you can approach this person. You take care of this person. Automatically that person will listen to you. Is it?